Subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest updates. While Typhoon Surigae remains a powerful Category 5 here as the sun rises over the Philippines today. This thing is at 13.3 degrees north, 127.4 degrees east, and you can see it there moving in a northwesterly direction with time. Again, rising over the Philippines, the sun is right now, and you can see there the storm looking rather good. Winds of 160 miles per hour, 260 kilometers per hour, pressure 914 millibars, moving northwest at 11 miles per hour. And again, this thing remains a Category 5. Pretty dangerous system there off the coast of the Philippines. No direct landfall is expected, but still significant impacts could be brought. Tropical storm force winds currently over the Philippines. You can see there that 215 nautical mile region there on the northwestern side of things. Northeastern side of things, 220, 185 on the southeast, 140 southwestern side in miles. You can see there from Papapag, we're about 163 miles away. From Cantarman, we're about 198 miles away. From Verac, 217 miles away. From Date, we're about 306 miles away. And from Apari, we're about 521 miles away. So those are the distances from different locations. This thing is making its closest approach to the Philippines right now. Again, strong winds, heavy rainfall, and storm surge all still possible with this, and Signal 2 warnings in place. But a direct landfall is not currently forecast. The best chance for direct landfall is going to be in about 3 days' time, where that northeastern tip of Luzon could receive pretty close to a landfall. We'll see. Bagasso at 150 miles per hour with this thing. AMSU up to 160. That's what we're at. Multi-platform analysis, as well as JTWC at 175 miles per hour with CIMSS ADT and JMA all the way up to 180, and 195 miles per hour is from both SAB, or the Subjective Dvorak Technique, as well as SATCON. Well, here's Surigae right now, again, 160 miles per hour. We're expecting this to head north and maintain Category 5 intensity for about the next day. And then we're expecting it to start to drop off a bit. And you can see there again, as it's at around the 140 to 130 mile an hour mark, we're expecting it to make its very closest approach as it ekes by the Philippines before it does begin to weaken and begins to blaze off there to the northeast with time. This is not going to be a threat to any other land areas. I'm not anticipating Japan to really be in much of a threat here at all. Well, here, sea surface temperatures, those are looking rather good for the storm there. Again, 29 to 30 degrees Celsius. It's going to be moving into worsening temperatures here with time. That's going to be contributing to a lot of the weakening process. Shear's expected to go up as well, but you can see there those sea surface temperatures rather high for the storm now, but as it heads north again, those are going to drop off fairly quickly and will get below the 26 Celsius threshold pretty soon. You can see here the H-Wharf showing in about 2 days' time there, that Cat 4 drop off, and then again rainfall. You can see actually over some local areas of the Philippines, over 4 inches of rain, 8 inches of rain. That's over 200 millimeters of rain. It's over 400 millimeters of rain in some spots. Here's the intensity plot. You can see there the general drop off with our brown line there really spiking up. That is an outlier. It's not going to happen. Deep layer shear is expected to remain low over the next 5 days or so before it does begin to skyrocket. It's not going to matter though, because sea surface temperatures are going to be dropping off with time. This is going to be the main thing that's going to cause weakening with this storm, as the waters aren't very deep either, so we're not going to have much heat content to keep these storms going, and it's not going to be able to support anything anywhere near as strong as what Surigae got to earlier today. Well, here's what Surigae looks like as the sun rises over it. You can see it's looking rather good. That eye wall replacement cycle obviously taking shape there. You can see here rather clearly as well how it looks on infrared with those new convective bursts, especially on the southern side, and this clear concentric eye wall feature that we have going here as the new eye wall is starting to take over. On water vapor, we can see quite clearly that this doesn't have any problems with dry air. It's still rather robust in that regard. It's not going to have any issues with that throughout its life. And then finally here is the true color imagery. We can see here rather clearly that the storm is not going to be having any problems. It's still rather robust.